This is what every player dreams of.
Could you ask for anything more?
What a story. What a script.
This is how it begins. A stirring emptiness, blinking with possibility. But with every new line and new page, what began as a simple idea grows into something lasting. History is the unfolding of a script. Most say it's written by the victors, taking what's theirs. Others believe it's by fate, the aligning of all the stars.
I see skies of blue and clouds of white.
We've witnessed over 100 installments, each full of surprising endings and dramatic turns that are punctuated with every keystroke, leaving behind enduring images that define a sport.
Another shot, score!
I think to myself, oh, what a wonderful world.
It first begins with limitless narratives. Like, will a Canadian team hoist Lord Stanley 30 years since the last?
The Canadians win the Stanley Cup!
Is this the final great run for a dynasty? Or the early steps of the next one? Past heroes vying for one more chance. Young ones not knowing how many they will have. And stars chasing so much more than a single moment. But a legacy. Once it starts, pages turn revealing new heroes and new plots that capture all our imaginations. Revealing a world full of triumph, tears, and ultimately, glory. How will these NHL playoffs be written? Witness its unfolding, only on Sportsnet and Hockey Night in Canada.
Oh, what a wonderful world.
Hello, everybody, and welcome inside the EA studios. My name is Colin Spence. We welcome viewers live on Twitch TV and Flow Hockey.
What's on your mind today?
Megan, what's on my mind today is a matchup between the Washington Capitals and the Columbus Blue Jackets. It's game 2 of their series, as after this one, it shifts over to the capital of the United States, being Washington, and they are up 1-0 right now against the Blue Jackets. If you're Columbus, how do you get back in this series?
Yeah, good question. I think for Columbus, it really starts with being more disciplined defensively. I mean, they gave up some big chances in game 1, so cutting down those odd man rushes, getting a stronger forecheck, and honestly, they need a spark from their top guys. Maybe Johnny Burrow steps up, but yeah, if they can tighten up defensively and get that crowd energy behind them, it's a whole different story.
I agree as well. I think it's going to be a tough battle for the Jackets. Rick Bowness, the head coach of the Columbus Blue Jackets, mentioned that his team just didn't come out ready to play playoff hockey. They just didn't want to play Columbus Blue Jackets style of hockey. What do we have to do to get back to Columbus Blue Jackets style of hockey?
Yeah, exactly. I think that identity is key for them. So it's about bringing that high energy, relentless forecheck, you know? They thrive when they're dictating the pace. So more speed through the neutral zone, more physicality, and just outworking Washington in the corners. If they can impose that style, it's a totally different game.
They neutralized Alexander Ovechkin pretty well in game number 1. 2 shots on goal for OV, but no actual goals. The guy scored 70 this year. How do the Blue Jackets continue to neutralize Alexander Ovechkin and walk away not letting him harm you?
Yeah, they did a solid job on him in game one, so I think they just keep that pressure up on the power play too. Washington loves to feed him from the Ovechkin office, so Columbus needs to be super tight on the boards, no easy shots, and honestly, they need their goalie to be ready. Even if they shut him down in the zone, he's still a threat from that one-timer, so just stay disciplined, stay physical, and don't let him get any time or space.
Jack Greaves, the starting goaltender for Columbus, gets the net over Elvis Merzlikins as he's still battling that knee injury that we assume, at least in the playoffs, they don't release any of that injury info, obviously due to specific reasons. But we believe him to be suffering from that knee injury still that he suffered late in the season. Megan, Jack Greaves lets in maybe 2 out of the 3 goals he probably wants back after last game. How does he tighten things up in the crease?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Greaves has got to be sharper on those rebounds, especially in tight and off the rush. I think if he can get his positioning a bit tighter, stay square to the puck, and not overcommit, like don't flop too early, he'll be in a better spot. And, just being aggressive on the first shot so the defense can clear those rebounds. If he does that, he can really keep them in a series.
I would assume the Capitals go with Logan Thompson. They're playing a bit of mind games with Columbus as of right now. They have not released who's starting the game, just that both goalies are available to be starters. Logan Thompson with the shutout in game number 1, you got to go back to him, right? I mean, Lindgren's good, but you got to go back to Thompson.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Thompson was dialed in. No reason to overthink it. He was sharp, calm under pressure in that shutout. I mean, that's a statement game. So, yeah, I think you ride the hot hand, keep Thompson in, and just let him build that confidence for the Caps.
I agree as well. If you're Washington, you're trying to take this series back home up by 2. And if you're the Blue Jackets, you're trying to send it back to Washington, tied at 1. Megan, it's time for the pregame picks. And I know this is your favorite segment. It is today brought to you by TD. Bank your way today with TD Financial. Who is taking game number 2, Megan? Is it going to be Washington or is it going to be Columbus?
Ooh, all right, so I think I'm sticking with Washington here. I just feel like they've got that extra gear, especially with home ice looming, but I think it's going to be tight, maybe a 3-2 game. But I wouldn't be surprised if Columbus pushes it to overtime. What about you?
I'm going Washington as well. I think that for some reason, Columbus has just got some playoffs nerves, and I think they need another game to try to get that underway. But I wouldn't be surprised if Columbus comes out super hard, super physical. Columbus, the most hitting team in round number 1 after 1 game. So big hits from Columbus. Let's see if they can keep it up here in game number 2. Now it's time for the Kia 3 keys to victory. Kia, movement that inspires. What are the 3 keys to victory for Washington to take this back home 2-0?
All right, for Washington, here's the game plan. First, it's all about controlling the neutral zone. No turnovers, just keep that puck moving and force Columbus to chase. Second, take advantage of special teams. Get that power play clicking. And third, it's about staying patient. Don't get rattled by Columbus's physicality. If they stick to that, they take a 2-0 lead heading back home.
Alrighty, and for Columbus, the 3 keys to victory to try to tie this series up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, for Columbus, it starts with that physicality. Keep it up, impose your will, and really throw Washington off their rhythm. Second, it's got to be getting the puck to the net early. Test Thompson, get traffic, and crush those rebounds. And third, stay disciplined. No silly penalties. If they can do that, they keep this series alive and send it back tied.
There you go. Thank you, Megan. We'll see you in a little bit. It's the Columbus Blue Jackets. It's the Washington Capitals. James Savolsky, Cheryl Pounder, and the rest of the EA crew have the call for you live on Twitch TV, Flow Hockey, and the EA Network. We are going to send you down to Nationwide before the anthems as the players head onto the ice. Enjoy the game, everyone.
players are lined up, official ready to drop the puck. Every game critical in the postseason. This one no different, and we are underway. There's a firm collision. The Capitals move to the offensive zone. Big save by the goaltender. Slides it on over to Severson. And it's a quick pass to Marchenko. Breakaway! What a save! That's how you do it!
That's a great save by the goaltender. Really quick, James. Anticipates quick movements to be able to prevent that deep from going in.
Puck scooped up by Voronkov. Puck sent down the ice. We'll get an icing.
Wilson's been lagging in terms of his offensive production. He's on a pointless streak right now. You can certainly sense the frustration in his game. Even his body language is just a little bit off. He certainly needs to get one just to get his game back.
The Blue Jackets have it from their own end. Lots of hockey left to be played in this period. We're still scoreless. Columbus wins the faceoff.
Huge win by the center to give his team an opportunity to get out of the zone after a critical icing.
Moves it to Voronkov. Quick shot! And he comes up with it.
Well, this is an incredible athletic save, but this is all instinct. There's no time to put yourself to position. You just react. If you get there, you get there. What a great job.
Slides it across to Provorov. Oh, what a little stick lift on the play. It comes up with the puck. Big hit along the boards, and those walls are rattling.
When you're along the wall, you got to have your head up. You better be good in small spaces, and you can't get out of the way of this thunderous hit, though, because it was lined up perfectly here, James. He knew exactly what he was going to do, and he finished right through the wall.
Washington's got a hold of it against the wall. And the puck's booted away. Moves it quickly over to Protas. Good handle. Columbus takes possession of the neutral zone. Gets the puck in deep. The Capitals gain control of the puck. Protas works the puck in his own zone. And now it's grabbed by Garland. Dumps it into the O-zone. Washington's got the puck along the wall. Looking for space inside the D-zone. Quick pass to Leeson. Here's a chance on the attack. Shot! Here's a save by Greaves. The Blue Jackets will play from the defensive zone. Quick feed to Fantilli. Washington's got the puck. Takes a bump and loses control of the puck. Columbus plays it along the wall. Intercepts the pass at center. Dumps it in. The Blue Jackets gain possession. Here's a short pass to Roy. Great defensive effort with the strip. The Capitals look to start the transition game. Tried to make a move and the puck hops away. Moves it to Werenski. With the puck inside the defensive zone. Washington's got control of it now from their own end. The Blue Jackets gain control of the puck against the wall. Looking to make something happen along the boards. And a stop by Thompson. Scooped up along the wall by Wilson. And they're off to the races for the loose puck. And there's the whistle icing the call.
Winning when it matters, especially in the playoffs, you know you have to have a team that's cohesive, but it also matters that each individual within that team gives everything they've got. And that hit sends an entire message to the team, says that we're going to dictate pace, I'm going to do my part, you do yours, and we'll be successful.
Late goings of this period, the game is still scoreless. Fantilli's won the draw here in the offensive zone.
Center bears down on that bottom hand, a clean win, and you can see them all setting up, looking to attack the net against this tired group.
See if we can pick up some momentum again here as a face-off is ready to go. Washington's got a hold of the puck. Tries to feed it over to Duhaime. Columbus looks to go on the attack. Heinen's got it in the defensive end. Puck grabbed by Beauvillier. Oh, some strong physicality on the play. And now he Severson. And he coughs it up with the pass. Winding down the final minute of this opening frame. In front and a stoppage on the play as the goaltender covers things up. Puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Oh, those boards rattled after that hit. Wow!
And he's rattled as well, James. I mean, we knew that hit was coming, and then all of a sudden, boom, and he's down for the count.
There's the horn. Still 40 more minutes left in regulation time. We'll get to the second period right after this.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the EA Sports Intermission Report, brought to you by Princess Auto, your first and last stop for tools. We're one period down here in Columbus in game number 2, and a much better start for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Rick Bowness would be happy with his team's play, out shooting the Capitals 5-2. Low shooting event. A lot of dump-ins, as there's not a lot of ice out there at Nationwide to gain control of, just because of playoff hockey and how tight it is in game number 2. Capitals have the edge in the face-off circle. They also started out with the edge in hits, but Columbus now still ramping up the physicality, out hitting them 13-5 after one period of play. I did want to apologize to the Columbus Blue Jacket fans during the pregame. Megan and I talked about Logan Thompson's quote-unquote shutout. He did let in a goal late in that third period to the Blue Jackets, so it wasn't a shutout. My apologies. Just for most of the game, he did not let in a goal, so that's what made me think shutout. My apologies to the CBJ fans. Columbus doing a good job in the physicality department. They're doing a good job getting pucks to the net. They need to get closer. They're doing a lot of perimeter shots. The only real chance that they had in tight on Logan Thompson was that Marchenko breakaway. So little bit more in between the dots, and then the Capitals got to be tighter defensively. They got to get to the net on Jack Graves and start pouring pressure on him, because last time they did that, they went up with a 2-goal lead, or a 3-goal lead, excuse me. They need to keep firing on all cylinders here against the Columbus Blue Jackets. I thought Marchenko had a good period. I thought Fantilli had a good period for the Blue Jackets. I thought Connor McMichael's line looked good for Washington, and obviously Matt Roy had a good period with the 2 out of the 5 Washington Capital hits. Logan Thompson was good when he needed to be. Jack Graves only faced 2 shots, so we can't really talk about his performance just quite yet. 0-0 going into the first period. James Savalsky and Cheryl Pounder will kind of break down the first period a little bit more. With that being said, this has been the EA Sports Intermission Report, brought to you by Princess Auto, your first and last stop for tools. Second period is next. James and Cheryl, take it away.
Welcome back, everybody. We're your friends, Cheryl and James, and we are about to get ready to go with the second period. We are underway here in period number 2, still looking for the first goal in this one. All right, Pounder, put your analyst hat on here. We've played already a period. What do you make of this one?
Washington struggling with the puck throughout this game, James. I mean, they've mismanaged the puck. There's no communication or connection. They're going to have to shore that up. I mean, this is still a scoreless game. They have a chance. They just have to figure out how to correct it.
Here's a chance. Oh, just gets a clip on that one. Moves the puck. Makes his presence known on the ice. They've really got him on their heels here now. Across to Severson. Cut into the paint. And there's the whistle as the goaltender will hang on and give his team a breather.
Let's have another look at that monster on the hit there, James. You gotta love it. You have to have great timing. You gotta know when your opponent's vulnerable.
Still plenty of time left in this frame. Still looking for our first goal.
enough about the skill of balance on your edges. I mean, he is able to manipulate because he is so strong and he's able to hold on to the puck even though the defenders are right on him. I'll tell you what, James, that ain't incidental contact. That was intentional. Certainly trying to really drive that body and separate the player from puck.
Play ready to resume as everybody lines in for the faceoff. Johnson's won the draw here, and they'll go on the attack. And too much traffic in front blocks that one. Across the line from center. Grabbed along the boards by Ovechkin. Lets it rip. Tremendous block on the play.
Well, and the bench really erupts on that one because otherwise it would have been in the back of the net.
Quick feed down low. Taken along the wall by Provorov. Moves it quickly over to Johnson. And that caroms off a body in the lane. Scores! And that's his first career playoff goal. He'll take it.
You will, James, because the playoffs is just a different beast. It's not regular season anymore. You want to be an impact player. You want to make a difference, and he does tonight. I thought that he should have had this puck here, James. I think he does as well. There's one player net front, and creating a screen. He's got to out-battle that player one-on-one. Find a way to track that puck.
Columbus has gone ahead by one here in period number 2, but, credit to them for staying with their game, Cheryl.
Yeah, they've been dominating within this game, James, in particular in the offensive zone where they're getting a lot of real good looks, but you can't get cute when you're not putting it by the tender. You have to shoot first and have that mentality, and they do, and they strike first in this game.
Washington's got the puck in their own end. Looks to pass it to Dubois, and they'll go the other way with it. Great play by Fantilli with the stop.
Thompson's been so consistent throughout tonight's game, and I mean, he's made timely saves as well. A lot of shots that he's faced, and his save percentage is an indicator of it.
A little banging and crashing now. There's the whistle, icing the call, big face-off looming.
Marchenko's been so dialed in and confident, James, in particular in the offensive end. I mean, his puck touches are off the charts. He wants it, he trusts his skill set, and he's taking it to the net.
Washington's won the draw. Now let's see what they can do with it. And a great save! Washington's ready to go on the attack. Quick pass to Beauvillier. Off a stick. Picked up along the boards by McMichael. Beautiful glove stop on that one.
That's an unbelievable save. A grade A scoring chance taken away as he flashes the leather and makes the stop.
Takes the puck at the point. Shot! Off target! Quick feed to Sordo. And he loses control of the puck. Columbus looks to break out in their own end. Makes some space. Fantastic save!
This is just a fantastic drive to the net here, James. I love his stick placement relative to his body position. This is a textbook shield to get the shot off.
The Blue Jackets have the puck in the corner. Too many bodies in the way. Let's it go! Oh, and he somehow got a little piece of it, and it stays out of the net. The Blue Jackets have been the more active squad, and they continue to lead late in the second period. Canucks won the draw here in their own zone. And he moves it up to Miroshnichenko. And that's taken away. Handles the pass. And down he goes as the puck goes free. Oh, great move to sidestep the check. Here's a shot. Simple glove save by Greaves. Taken by Severson. Intercepted at center by Van Riemsdyk. Sneaks by the poke check. Great use of the stick in the defensive end by Severson. The Blue Jackets carried along the wall. And a strong effort on that play. Goaltender covers it up and we'll get a reset here. Just here in the late stages of this frame, Columbus leads it 1-0. And the middle frame almost done. Sends it over to Dubois. Look out, here they come on the attack. Sends the puck across. Great read by the goalie as he pokes it away with a stick. Ref blows the whistle as the puck's covered up. Centers get set as they're ready to drop the puck again. Takes possession of the puck off the draw. Knocked away. And that brings the second period to an end. Both teams will go back to their rooms and get a quick breather. While, man, there's a lot of fans looking forward to this intermission action coming up here. Fun entertainment in store, and we've got the third period coming up in moments.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the EA Sports Intermission Report, brought to you by Princess Auto, your first and last stop for tools. 2 periods down, we have a goal. Officially, the Columbus Blue Jackets get on the board. Striking first for the first time this series, it's Ken Johnson, his first National Hockey League playoff goal. It comes from a great shift from the Blue Jackets. Hard pressure, good work, getting that puck deep, cycling it, getting shots, working the bodies out in front. Ken Johnson gets lost in the sauce, out in front, and buries one home through the wickets of Logan Thompson. Not to mention, the Blue Jackets had a very good period. That period, Capitals only get 3 shots on Jet Graves for a total of 5, and then the CBJ only get about 3 to 4 shots that period, finishing with 16. So still low shooting period. It's very tight for a game 2 out there between the Jackets and the Washington Capitals. Jackets still heavily in favor of the hitting department. They were like that in game number 1. They were like that all season, and they're like that here in game number 2. Now, Alexander Ovechkin doesn't have a shot on net, doesn't have a goal. Tonight has 3 shots in the series. No goals to report in the series for Ovechkin, but he does have multiple hits this series, and that being the big one here in the second period where Jackets are pressing, they try to keep the puck in, and Alex Ovechkin has the puck at the blue line. There it is, in the top left of your screen if you're watching live. Massive hit on Severson. It's a reverse hit, it's a clean hit, it's just a big man hitting a small kid learning the NHL playoffs, and that's one thing that Ovechkin needs to bring more of. That's what his team needs to bring more of. Get the puck deep, get shots on net on Graves, try to go to work here. No power plays, no penalties to report, and Washington has the edge in the face-off dot. Let's keep it up, let's keep the battling up. This is a good second game of the series. James Savalsky, Shell Pounder, will have the call for you in the third. Enjoy the third period, everyone.
Shell Pounder back into the mix here. 2 periods down, 1 to go. How do you sum up what you've seen?
Washington's got to stop giving the puck away, James. I mean, when it's on their stick, it's like a hot potato, and they're throwing it away. And I'm telling you, their opponent has really dominated possession because of it. They've been chasing the game. They got to do something when they get the puck, and they got to be confident with it. Thompson's been balanced and in great position throughout this entire game, James, and he's weathered the storm at different times within it. Multiple big saves, and the timeliness of them are huge. I mean, coming up with a big one at the right time really sets the temperature for your team.
Lots of time left in this period. The Blue Jackets lead it 1-0. Columbus takes possession after that offensive zone faceoff. Washington's got the puck along the boards. Moves it over to Ovechkin. Great stick work with the steal. Whacks it into the offensive zone. Washington's looking to break out of their own end. Here they come. Receives the pass. Here's a short pass to Marchenko. Tosses it to Severson. And that's picked off in the neutral zone by Strome. Moves it to Ovechkin. What a stop as he puts out the fire! And he hits one of his own teammates with that shot. Oh, what a smart heads-up play.
As a former defender, I know this play is not easy because you're sick. You have to know exactly how long it is, and you have to kind of surprise your opponent when you outreach to try and disrupt the play.
And he's ridden off the puck. Puts it local. And he makes the save.
Greaves really aggressive and challenging, and when you do that, you find a way to get to position quick, and you can deflect the pucks to the corner just like that. He made that one look easy.
Still lots of time left here in this frame. Columbus has the 1-0 lead. Coyle's won the draw there on the attack. Stopped by the goaltender. The Blue Jackets have it from their own end. And that's stolen in the offensive zone. Let's move to the middle. And that doesn't connect. The Capitals will play the puck from behind the net. Washington's got it in their own zone. Quick pass to Sandin. Solid hit on the play, and that knocks the puck off his stick. The Capitals have it now. Finishes his check with authority in the corner. Quick feed to Coyle. Grabs control of it at the point. And he makes the easy save. And they'll battle for that loose puck along the boards. And that's intercepted by Sandin.
The Capitals have been stealing pucks all game, and when you intercept passes and you find ways to get your sticks in lanes, you typically find a way to possess the puck. If they've got to open it up here, this game's awfully tight.
Past the midway mark in this period. 1-0 to score. Columbus wins possession right off the draw. Here's a short pass to Favreau. Denies him on the slapper. Oh, what a hit against the boards.
Executed perfectly, James. I mean, he can't maneuver. He's got nowhere to go. He's lined up, and then he's taken down.
Takes the feed. Shot. Denies him with the save. And the goalie covers up for the whistle. The Blue Jackets continue to lead here in this third period. They've been the busier team offensively. Off the draw, they take possession. Takes the feed. They've got the defense outnumbered. And he loses possession of the puck after trying to make one too many moves. Comes up with a glove save. Columbus with possession in their own zone. All alone. Oh, what a save. This game has everything tonight.
Well, it's been unbelievable, in particular down the stretch, and keeping the game close here with it on your stick. You have to find a way to execute.
Directs it on over to Johnson. Passes it to Ovechkin.
Thompson's really given life to his team with that last sequence in particular. When you have a desperation save and you're willing to put yourself out there to keep it out of the net, your entire team feels it.
Moves it to Voronkov. Fires it. The lane was plugged up and that shot's blocked. Pushes it across to Ovechkin. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Leonard. Takes a shot. That's gloved by Freeze. Columbus has it in the defensive end. And now he passes up to Garland. Takes a shot. Gobbles the puck up there with a chest.
The bench erupts with that one, and you know why, James? Because he is telling his team, listen, I'm bent, but I have not broken, and neither have you. So let's get going here. Let's find a way to get back in this one and tie it up.
In the final moments of this period, the Blue Jackets have taken a 1-0 lead. Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Puck scooped up by Curtis. And he's pulled over to the ice and loses the puck. They're going to have to find a way to score! And with that, I believe that's his first career playoff goal.
Well, it is, James, and it's going to feel pretty good because there's a lot of question marks around players who can't get it done in the playoffs, and he finds the back of the net. That's going to give him a big confidence boost to send him through the next game. You can see the emotion on everyone on the ice as that empty netter went in. That's an insurance marker, and that's going to be the game. After that last goal, the coach is showing his displeasure with his team. He's just not happy with the effort and the details at this moment.
Columbus has been on the puck all night long. The relentlessness pays off with that empty netter just moments ago.
Well, you got to give credit where credit is due, and they earn the win. They're going to earn the victory. James, because they were in the lead right to the end of the game.
Shot! Takes it right in the chest! The Blue Jackets haven't stopped putting pucks on net, and they lead it here late in the third. That's one way to win the draw as he skates away with the puck after the two centers were tied up. There's a hit on the play. Shakes off the coverage. And as the final seconds tick off the clock, the home fans acknowledging what they just saw tonight. Shakes off the defender with some nifty moves. There's the horn, and that's the hockey game. A big-time win to even the series as they pick up the shutout. This looked like a different team out there, Cheryl.
It really was. I mean, their defensive structure, they really tightened it up and allowed their goaltender to see everything. And that being said, some magnificent saves that put this team on top.
What a game, what an atmosphere, and they're not done just yet. Here they come back out onto the ice.
Oh, listen to it in here. I mean, it's electric. They just love what they saw on the ice, and they're getting a salute, a thank you, which has gone down as tradition for this team to be able to say, hey, fans, you've been there all the way.
Well, hope to see you down the road real soon as we say goodbye here from ringside tonight. From all of us here at EA Sports, I'm James Cebulski. Good night.